Godzilla X Kong has been officially announced for 4K and Blu-ray by Warner Brothers. Purple Rain finally gets a 4K official announcement by Warner Brothers. Kino Lorber has some exciting new 4K announcements, including the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Alexander Payne's Election gets a 4K Paramount Presents announcement. We got a new batch of Walmart Lionsgate Steelbooks coming, including Saw X on 4K. And the Pineapple Under the Sea Dwelling SpongeBob gets a 4K Steelbook announcement from Paramount. All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media Channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 211. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of Blu-ray and 4K. And look, we've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about here today. I've compiled a list of awesome topics to get into. But before we do that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you haven't already, and then comment down below, guys, of everything that we get into, Blu-ray, 4K announcements, all that great stuff. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets those juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. And then turn on bell notifications for all future videos. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. We are going to start with the rumors. And both of the rumors that I have to cover on today's episode are new movies that are coming out in the theaters very soon. So it's kind of a no-brainer that we're going to get these on physical media at least, but both of these are getting 4Ks, so I thought it was worth mentioning. But Twisters is on the slate to get a 4K from Universal. Release date to be announced. Of course, this movie hasn't come out yet. We just got a trailer for it last week, which I've been kind of down on this movie because I love the original so much. I just didn't think this was necessary, especially without Bill Paxton in it. But I don't know, guys. I like that trailer quite a bit. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the movie in theaters now. And of course, like, this would be a movie to put out on 4K for sure. And I'm so looking forward to the original coming to 4K. I hope we get some clarity on what's going on with that Steelbook situation. If we do, guys, I'll definitely make some kind of a video on it. But it's sold out, and it's still sold out, so I don't know when they're going to put that back in stock, when we're going to get a slipcover announcement. So hopefully Warner Brothers fixes that very soon. But one thing I thought was interesting about this is that Universal is putting out Twisters, and then Warner Brothers is putting out Twisters. So I guess there was some kind of a rights transfer at some point in time, or maybe Universal now handles the rights for Twister as far as distribution, but I have no idea what's going on there. But I do know Warner Brothers is doing Twister and Universal is doing Twisters. So glad it's getting a 4K at least, because it's Universal. Glad they're not putting it out on Blu-ray and then doing a 4K later on down the line. But we're also getting If as well, which is the John Krasinski family movie that's coming out about an imaginary friend. I think that's what If stands for. But yeah, this is coming out from Paramount on 4K at a release date of to be announced. So we actually have an image for this. I don't know if that's going to be the official image, but I kind of saw it when I was browsing through the Blu-ray.com forums. But yeah, I don't really know too much about this film. It's got Ryan Reynolds in it, and it's got like a big purple monster thing. Where's Purple People Eater on 4K? That's what we need, guys. That if you want Purple People Eater on 4K, let your voice be heard in that comment section below. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into the actual news. And we have, speaking of purple, we have Purple Rain being officially announced by Warner Bros. This is coming out on June the 25th. It's going to have a native 4K with HDR. It's going to have a commentary. It's going to have tons of features and 8 music videos. 8 Prince music videos are going to be included in this 4K. Now, we did get word that a overseas 4K Steelbook release was coming, so I'm hoping that we get one over here as well, whether that's on Amazon or Groove, or it's a Walmart exclusive. I just hope that we get a Steelbook over here for people that may want it. But as of right now, we don't have the pre-order up on Groove or any other place. We just have the regular slipcover version that's coming to the US. But Purple Rain, guys, coming to 4K. I talked about this weeks ago, but I'm definitely excited for it. This is a really cool movie. I think visually it's going to look awesome on 4K, and I think it's one of those movies that's just so classic it needs that 4K, and I know there's a lot of people that's excited for it, so let me know if you're excited for Purple Rain on 4K in the comment section below. Okay, let's get into Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. This was officially announced by Warner Bros. To come out on June the 11th. We have a 4K. The actual artwork is being shown here. A Blu-ray, which is different artwork, which is, kind of cool, I guess. And a 4K Steelbook, which I believe is a Walmart exclusive. You can only get that at Walmart. And there's a 5-movie 4K set, which I have showed off before, but that is available to order on Amazon and I believe Groove as well as of right now. And it's probably available at Walmart as well, I would imagine. But 5-movie 4K set. This is going to have Dolby Vision, and it's going to be an HDR presentation with Dolby Atmos. And we have a director commentary with Adam Wingard and loads of features. Like, I was looking at the features on this, and there are so many special features. And none of the features, because I just reviewed Dune 2 on 4K, and that was the case with that. But none of these features are locked on a digital code. They are all available on either the 4K disc or the Blu-ray disc. So that is definitely good news there. But yeah, Godzilla X Kong, I feel like I heard people liked this movie. I don't feel like I heard anything negative about it, but I don't feel like I really heard like an overwhelming positive response to it as well. People were just like, Godzilla X Kong, it's pretty good, I guess. I had fun in the theaters, and that seemed to be the general consensus for the movie. But I am excited to check it out at some point. You know, I've seen all these movies, and some of them I think are kind of bad, and some of them I've really liked. So I'm interested to see how I fall on this movie. I do like Adam Wingard as a director, but I kind of wish he would get back into doing the smaller stuff like The Guest or Your Next, the horror genre stuff, I guess. But I really would love to see a Guest 2 at some point. There's like a soundtrack for it, but I want an actual movie. But I do like him as a director. I'm excited he's getting to make these big budget movies now and probably make a little money from it. But Godzilla X Kong, are you excited for the new Empire on 4K Blu-ray? Which version are you going to get? Let me know in that comment section below. Election on 4K, this actually came out this morning, is going to be getting a Paramount Presents release on July the 30th. Now, we don't have an actual image for this yet, which is kind of strange. Like, usually when it's announced by Paramount, we'll actually see the image of the Paramount Presents title. But this is pretty cool because Election got a Criterion release. So now Paramount's taking it back, putting it out a part of the Paramount Presents collection. I think that, you know, Paramount Presents is really gaining some steam. I feel like they've been doing pretty good. You know, they just had Once Upon a Time in the West. We got Chinatown coming. We got Election coming pretty soon. I think they're really honing in on these prestige titles from their specific time periods and just putting out some good stuff. They haven't done a standalone Blu-ray in quite some time. They seem to be tapping just 4K releases at this point, but I think that they're kind of on a roll, and I think this is another good pick for them. This is a restoration that is approved by the director Alex Payne. It's a native 4K with HDR, but no Dolby Vision seems to be attached to this one. So yeah, definitely, I'm excited to see what this looks like. Like I said, it's kind of weird they announced this, but didn't let you know like what the Paramount Presents release actually looks like. So I imagine we'll find that out maybe later this week, and then when we do, I'll definitely show it on a future Physical Media Report. Let's get into some Nick Cage, guys. We got Arcadian was announced to come out on Blu-ray. This is an RLJE title, and it's coming out on July the 23rd. So I feel like I heard some good things about this movie. I am excited to see this one at some point. I mean, it's Nick Cage. It's post-apocalyptic. There's like creatures involved. I've heard like it's compared to A Quiet Place, so it's probably pretty decent. So I am excited to see this one. Let me know if you are in the comment section below. We also have Tarot. Is that how you pronounce it? The fortune-telling horror movie that just came out. This is getting a Blu-ray from Sony. No official release date, but the actual artwork was shown. This is just says it's coming later this summer. So get excited for Tarot on Blu-ray. Did anybody even see this in the theaters? From the reviews that I've seen, it was not received too favorably. So I can't say that I'll ever watch this movie. I probably won't. I'll probably just skip this one. This kind of feels like a movie I can miss. Like, what was that movie that came out? It was like Wish List or something. Wish Upon, I think it was what it was called. And then there was one called Bye Bye Man. This feels like it's in the same realm as those movies. Just so low grade horror that I can just skip it and not miss anything. But let me know if you saw it, and if you're excited for the Blu-ray in the comment section below. Let's get into some Kino Lorber news. We actually got some exciting 4Ks that were announced this past week, including Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The 50s version is coming out on 4K June the 25th. This is going to have Dolby Vision, HDR, and 2 new audio commentaries, and it's going to have both aspect ratio versions on it in 4K as well. So definitely pretty cool there. But yeah, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, we got the 70s one multiple times. We got a Scream Factory release on Blu-ray, we got a Kino Lorber release on 4K, we got an Arrow Video release on 4K, but now we got the 50s version coming to 4K from Kino Lorber. So definitely pretty cool. Dolby Vision HDR. This is going to look great. I'm assuming this is a black and white film. I've never seen it, but I imagine this is going to look spectacular on 4K in the black and white. So definitely looking forward to that. We also have Cannibal Apocalypse, which is a movie starring John Saxon, is getting a 4K upgrade from Kino Lorber. This is going to be a part of the Kino Cult line, though. This is going to be number 8 in that line. This comes out on July the 16th. This is going to be a 2020 UHD scan that was done by Studio Canal. So I don't remember a 4K release of this movie coming out by Studio Canal, but I guess it did maybe back in 2020, or maybe just the scan was done. And all the past features are going to be included as well, because this has come out from Kino Lorber before, and now it's being upgraded to 4K. So I think this is the first title that's in the Kino Cult line. Maybe Underworld was a past Kino Lorber release. I'm not too sure, but this is going to be the second 4K that's in the Kino Cult line, but it's going to be the first one that's an upgrade of a previous title that wasn't in the Kino Cult line, and now it's going to be upgraded to be a part of the Kino Cult line. So I do think that's pretty interesting. And this is going to be number 8 in that line. And yeah, Cannibal Apocalypse. I haven't seen this. I do have it in the collection. I don't feel like it's one I need to upgrade to 4K until I watch it. Maybe I love it and I want to see it in 4K. But it's cool that we're getting more 4K releases in that Kino Cult line for sure. But also coming to the Kino Cult line, this is going to be number 9, is Nightmare Beach, coming out on 4K. And I believe John Saxon is in this movie as well. This is going to be coming out on July the 16th. Now, this is going to be a 2019 UHD scan that was done by Studio Canal. And all the past features that were available on that past Blu-ray release are going to be available in this 4K as well. I do not believe that there are anything new with both of these titles that are coming out in 4K as a part of the Kino Cult line. But yeah, pretty much the same thing with the other one. I do have this one in the collection as well, and it's cool that it's getting upgraded to 4K, but I would have to watch my copy first to see if I would want to upgrade this one to 4K. But it's cool that the Kino Cult line is getting more attention for sure. We also got Ted Lasso, the complete series, is getting a Blu-ray release as an Apple TV streaming show. This is coming out from Warner Brothers on July the 30th. So I watched the first season of this and I enjoyed it, but I just couldn't get into the second season. My wife and I fell off the show pretty quickly. So, but the one thing I will say, this is really cool that we're getting more streaming shows on physical, and Warner Brothers seems to be the company, the studio that is doing it. They're providing physical versions for a lot of these streaming shows, and I don't know exactly like what the rights deals are or what exactly is happening, but they did Wednesday. They put that out. They do a lot of the Amazon Prime stuff to Blu-ray as well. Now they're taking over some of the Apple TV Plus stuff as well. So if Warner Brothers wants to be the studio that releases a lot of these streaming shows on physical, I think that's cool. So yeah, I know this was a very popular show. It's got Jason Sudeikis in it. And I think it's cool that it's getting a physical release. I mean, the more of these shows that we can get on physical, I think is awesome. Because as we've seen in the past with some of these shows, sometimes these streaming services don't want to, even if they're originals, they don't want to keep them on the streaming service because they don't have enough room, or they run out of room, or they want to write them off for tax reasons. We've seen Disney Plus do it a lot with shows like Willow, and we've seen HBO Max do it with shows like Westworld. So I definitely would like to see more shows and movies that are streaming only to come out on physical, because I think that we're at a danger at this point of losing some of these shows and these movies that have come out, and I never think that's a good thing. To lose art is never a good thing. So I'm very, very happy, even though I don't love the show like some other people do, I'm very happy to see Ted Lasso get that complete series, all 3 seasons, guys. I guess it only had 3 seasons because this is the complete series. Get it in a Blu-ray release. So let me know if you're excited for that in the comment section below. We also got new Lionsgate Steelbooks that were announced this past week, all Walmart exclusive Steelbooks. Now, some of these are Blu-rays and some of these are 4Ks, but we got the Escape Plan 1 through 3 Blu-ray collection coming out July the 2nd. So I actually haven't seen any of these movies. I think they're all starring Sylvester Stallone. I believe the first one has Arnold in it as well. So this would be a good option for me to get and just own this whole series on Blu-ray. So yeah, very cool. We're getting the Escape Plan films 1 through 3 in a little pack. Really awesome looking steelbook as well. And we're getting a Diary of the Dead, which is one of the last Dead movies that George A. Romero directed. This is getting a Blu-ray steelbook release on July the 2nd. So this one I'll probably get because I think I have Survival of the Dead, which I think is his last zombie movie, Dead movie that he directed. But I don't have Diary. I remember watching Diary back in the day. I rented it. I think it's the found footage one. And I remember liking that one quite a bit. And I think it's the only Dead film that I don't have in the collection. So that would be one to get for sure for me. We also got Angel Has Fallen coming out, getting a 4K Steelbook release on July the 2nd. So this is really interesting because I looked at this and I was like, okay, well, why wouldn't you do Olympus Has Fallen? And why wouldn't you do London Has Fallen? Well, apparently this franchise is split across multiple studios. I think Olympus Has Fallen is Sony, maybe. I don't know who London Has Fallen, but they're all across 3 different studios, so we'll never see like a Steelbook 4K collection of these movies from Lionsgate, because Lionsgate only owns the 3rd one, which is Angel Has Fallen. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So we're only getting the 4K Steelbook of Angel Has Fallen that comes out on July the 2nd. And we also got Saw X finally getting a 4K Steelbook release, Walmart exclusive, coming out on July the 2nd. So I don't know why they didn't release this back in November when this movie came out on physical media. Why didn't we get a Steelbook to coincide with the actual release of the film like you should have done, Lionsgate? Like, that never made any sense to me, but it's cool that we actually have a version, because I think there was one overseas, but it's cool we have a version in the US now as well. I just feel bad, like, if you bought Saw X on 4K because you couldn't wait and you wanted it on physical media, and you didn't have that Steelbook option, now you got to double dip. I mean, Lionsgate is pretty much pulling a Universal at this point, putting this Steelbook out. But it's definitely cool. It's cool artwork, and I'm glad that they're finally releasing this, giving this a nice 4K Steelbook, because the Saw movies are kind of known for having great Lionsgate Steelbook artwork. So I was really waiting on that for Saw X, and we never got it until now. So let me know if you're going to pick that up in the comment section below. We also have Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3. So I don't know how many parts of this we got, but we've been getting loaded up with these movies. We got Part 3 that was just announced by Warner Brothers. This is getting a 4K Steelbook and a Blu-ray on July the 23rd. So that's pretty interesting. Not getting a standard 4K, but it's getting a 4K Steelbook, and it's getting a Blu-ray on July the 23rd. So if you want that 4K, you got to buy the Steelbook, which, guys, I am just totally against, because this Steelbook's going for $45 and it could have made it $30. But I guess if they're going to do the work, they're going to put it out on 4K, they want you to have to pay the money for it. So yeah, if you want that movie on 4K, you got to get the Steelbook, and the Blu-ray is coming out as well, July the 23rd. We also got Bad Boys was announced to come out on 4K, not the Will Smith, Martin Lawrence movie from 1995, because that already has a 4K, but the 1983 version with Sean Penn, which I haven't seen. This is coming out from Kino Lorber. It's getting a brand new HDR and a Dolby Vision master as well, so there's no official release date. This is one of the Kino Lorber announcements that they just throw out there, and they're like, we're doing this. And then we'll get the official announcement later on down the line. But yeah, Bad Boys on 4K. Let me know if you're excited for that in the comment section below. We also have SpongeBob the movie, guys, coming out on 4K. It's getting a 4K Steelbook from Paramount on July the 16th. This is a Walmart pre-order that is currently available right now. So I'm not sure if we're going to get a SpongeBob the movie slipcover alternative as well, but right now we just have that 4K Steelbook available to pre-order on Walmart.com. So I'm honestly not sure. Is this the cartoon SpongeBob the movie? Because I know they made some kind of live action ones as well along the way. There's a lot of SpongeBob movies. I'm honestly not super into SpongeBob. I remember watching it back when I was younger. But so I guess this is maybe the first movie that they did back in the day. It's getting a 4K release. I guess that's pretty cool. Let me know if you're excited for it in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump into the deals, guys. We got a lot of really nice deals going on right now. So one thing I do want to note is all of these deals, guys, I will put down below in the description, and they will all be Amazon affiliate links. They all will support the channel. So if you're interested in any of these Blu-rays or 4Ks that I mentioned as far as deals today, hit those links down below. Help support the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. In addition to that, all of the pre-orders for the stuff that I just talked about that's coming soon, and all the pre-orders for the stuff that we talk about for the new this week, I will include links for those down below as well. So if you want any of these titles, I will have all the links, Amazon links down below. But all that being said, let's jump into the actual deals. There's actually a lot of good deals going on this week. We got Poor Things finally dropping $3 on Blu-ray for $21.99. So whether or not you want to get this, or you want to trust that maybe we'll get a 4K at some point, keep in mind that this was a Disney release through Fox Searchlight. So I don't think that we're going to get a 4K for Poor Things anytime soon, but also maybe Sony, it's possible, because this movie won some awards at the Oscars. Maybe they will come in when they take over and actually do a 4K release of Poor Things. I'm not sure, but I feel like it'll be a while before that happens. So if you want Poor Things, $21.99 might be a pretty good option for you to get that movie on Blu-ray. We also have Creepshow, the season 4 on Blu-ray for $12.99. Very good price for a season of television. We also got Top Gun 2 movie 4K set. This is a really good price for $23.49. So both Top Gun movies for $23.49. We got Top Gun Maverick on 4K for $18.49. I will say that's a great 4K. Like, it looked freaking awesome, sounded awesome. It's one of the best 4Ks of 2022, the year it came out. Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray is $12.99. Les Mefris on 4K is $16.10. We also got Malignants on 4K for $18. That's a really nice 4K as well. We got Waterworld on 4K for $24 and the Arrow video set. So I don't know if that's going to be the limited edition box set or if it's just going to be a standalone 4K case. But that's a great 4K, a phenomenal 4K that I would highly recommend if you like the movie Waterworld, that is. Great features as well, and it has all 3 cuts on it. We also got The Hills Have Eyes on 4K for $24.19. Triangle of Sadness, which is a Criterion release, on 4K for $24.97. That's a sale price right there. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 4K Steelbook for $23.40. We got Falcon and the Winter Soldier on 4K Steelbook for $41.95. So that's a little drop for that. That was $45. Now it's down to $42. Old Boy Deluxe Ultra 4K set for $52.69. I think that thing was like $120 when it was first announced. So $52.69 for that is probably a pretty good price. Transformers The Last Knights, if you're a Transformers fan, getting a 4K Steelbook, or it has a 4K Steelbook, but it's $12.81. We got Aquaman 2 on 4K for $23.98. We got The Thing Scream Factory Blu-ray for $8.99. This might be worth getting if you're a super Thing fan, because this has special features that 4K release that came out does not have. So if you want all the Thing special features that you can possibly get, I think that might be worth getting just for those special features. I mean, the Thing on 4K is like $13.99, and it usually stays that way. But like I said, if you're a Thing fanatic, you want all the special features, that Scream Factory version has a ton of additional special features that 4K did not get. We also got Train to Busan and Peninsula on 4K for $22.99. We got XXX Return of Xander Cage on 4K for $13.99. We got VHS 99 on Blu-ray for $9.99. UHF on Blu-ray for $11.49. And the Some Kind of Wonderful Steelbook is available for $13.99. So definitely some really good deals. And now, guys, let's go ahead and jump into what is new this week. We actually got a lot of great stuff coming out this week. This may be the biggest week of physical media for the month of May for sure. Tons of great titles coming out this week, including Once Upon a Time in the West on 4K. A Paramount Presents release for $30.79. They actually dropped this down like $7. It was $37.99. Now it's $30.79, which is actually a really great price for a Paramount Presents release, because we usually see those at $35. And I reviewed this last week on the channel. It's not a perfect 4K. It's not, but it's really good. It's a solid 4K release that I don't think deserves the hate that it's getting, and I think it's absolutely worth $30.79. That's a really good price point for that release, and it's a fantastic film as well. We also got Dune Part 2 from Warner Brothers getting a 4K release for $29.95, also a Blu-ray for $24.95, a 4K Steelbook for $44.97. That's currently out of stock, so hopefully we get that back in stock at some point. A 4K double pack for $54.99, and a Blu-ray double pack for $34.96. So plenty of options if you want to get Dune Part 2 on 4K. We also got Killer Clowns on 4K from Scream Factory on 4K for $32.99, and getting a 4K Steelbook for $32.96. So I reviewed this on the channel a couple of weeks, as I did Dune Part 2, and this is an excellent 4K, so I think this is totally worth the price point, and that Steelbook's awesome, and it's actually a little bit cheaper than that regular 4K version. We also got American Sniper coming out on 4K from Warner Brothers. The standard 4K is coming out for $23.79, and the 4K Steelbook is $29.04. We got Peeping Tom coming out on 4K from the Criterion Collection for $37.99, and getting a Blu-ray release for $27.99. We got Orphan and Dracula 2000, two Scream Factory Blu-rays coming out. Orphan is $34.99. Now, this one does have a slipcover on it, and Dracula 2000 is $27.99 without the slipcover. But I think both of these actually have new special features, which is pretty damn cool. We also got Imaginary, the new Blumhouse horror film coming out on Blu-ray from Lionsgate for $27.99. We got Magic Mike coming out on 4K from Universal for $24.98. We got 12 Strong coming out on 4K from Universal for $24.98. We also got The Gate and Lair of the White Worm getting Blu-ray Steelbooks from Lionsgate, which both look really awesome. Great artwork on these. Coming out for $19.99 a piece, Walmart exclusive Steelbooks. We also got 3 new Warner Archive releases, including The Nun's Story, a movie with Audrey Hepburn, for $21.98. We got Friendly Persuasion for $21.98, and You're a Big Boy Now, which is a movie directed by Francis Ford Coppola, coming out for $21.98. We got 3 new Kino Lorber releases this week coming out. Submarine Command for $17.49, Thunder in the East for $17.49, and Victograph Comedies coming out for $26.98. We got Dune 4K Steelbook coming out, the original Dune, getting a Warner Brothers Walmart exclusive release for $27.96, and we got Mad Max Fury Road getting a 4K Steelbook release as well, a Warner Brothers Walmart exclusive for $27.96. We also got Gravity getting a Blu-ray re-release from Warner Brothers for $15.98. Now, I will say here is that there are heavy rumors that we will be getting Gravity on 4K at some point. But if you don't care about that and you just want the Blu-ray, it is getting re-released for $15.98. We also got the American Society of Magical Negroes coming out on Blu-ray. Wow, that wasn't awkward to say. This movie, though, I was looking, it does have David Alan Grier, and I haven't seen him in anything in quite some time, but I used to love him back in the day. This is coming out from Universal for $19.96. Nor Yang, Deadly Sea is coming out on Blu-ray from Wellgo USA for $18.78. We got One Life coming out on Blu-ray from Decal for $18.29, and we got Countdown to Esmeralda coming out on Blu-ray from Full Moon for $21.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Please, if you can, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below of everything that we talked about, what you're the most excited about. Let me know in the comment section below. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all of my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.